Hello and welcome to NP Strong 365 day 85, and this is post ocean swim and shower. So the hair needs to go up, and I am seated in this strange place in fitness land because it is the only place left with hardwood, because I want to show some sliding and gliding and I didn't want to go into another room. Okay, so I've got enough space. I've got like 1.5 feet basically to slide and glide, and I'm gonna do all these things on my toes with, your feet can be on, mine are on gliders with towels on top, but you can just use socks or just gliders or just towels. So let's start on our hands. So, if you wanna stay, I'll show you I'll show you the regress version after this, but so starting on hands, we're gonna slide the left foot out, then the right foot out, and then both feet out and back together, just focusing on centering up, like the waves just knocked me around, right? So I wanna get back to center. So this is my angle here. We take a nice deep breath in, go onto the balls of your feet as soon as you can, and draw pressure into your center line, right in the center of your belly. So we come up into that push-up position, and we're gonna slide the right foot out. And what I want to do is not turn the toes out, so the foot stays facing straight down, and then both feet come out and together. So left comes out, try not to turn the foot or toes, right foot comes out. You'll know you're doing it right if you feel the pressure in the outsides of the glutes. Left is much harder. When I come back to center, I'm going to think about touching the obliques back together, so the waistline hourglass. Take an inhale through your nose to create pressure. Slow slides, applying constant pressure, more feet pressure into the floor, more pressure into the outsides of the glutes. You want to feel that resistance against the floor. The more you push down, the more you feel it in the hips, and the less it tires out your upper body. We're going to speed it up after 2 more rounds. Left, right, both, left, right, and both. Take 5 seconds break on your knees. Take an inhale and a little cat-cow, and we come back up, and we're gonna just go out and in together. Out, in, out, in. As you're doing this, try to keep all parts of your leg facing straight down to the floor, so nothing turns out. Your kneecaps are facing down, your thigh bones are facing down, your shin bones are facing down. All 5 toes on both feet are in the floor. Your hip bones are pointed down, your hips are getting workout out and in, and your center line abs. For 10, 8, squeeze right in the middle of that tailbone. 2, and 1. All right, we'll come down onto the knees, and I'm going to take this into an upper body rotation. So just placing the right hand, you cut my hair, right hand behind the ear and turning open and shutting elbow into opposite elbow crook. Turn and tap and turn, and as you're turning, think about wringing your spine out, dragging your shoulder blades together, and opening the chest. I'm trying to keep my wrist flat, so I'm not tipping my wrist. So again, keeping those joints not tipping or tilting on your stretching will help increase the stretch. One more time on this opener. That's good, and stretch out through the wrists, flatten out one palm and the other. And replace. Good. Before we do the other side rotation, we're coming back up into another glider ab. So we're gonna come out. I'm gonna come to the edge where my door is. I'm gonna slide halfway in with both legs and all the way back out. Halfway in. So this is all I need. Look at the 90-degree bend in my knees relative, right? So my knees are directly underneath my hips. So I could just hang out here for a while. I could do pelvic tucks here as well and try to flatten out the spine and drag the shoulder blades together and get that whole thing going, which I might very well do. But with that in mind, that's your pressure, your center point. Your center point pressure is right in that middle stomach. Drag your legs out, tap halfway in, out. I'm trying to tuck my tailbone slightly underneath me. This should equate to jumping onto a box. So the amount of lift and drive to throw your legs up onto that box, landing, 3 more times. Oh my gosh, that's so hard. For me. Okay. Whew. Left hand. Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to be working out. Oops. For today, because I got shots in my jaw. Anyways, so rotating up, you'll notice immediately which side rotates more readily. Coming to tap that opposite crook of the elbow. Open up. Tap. Open up. Oh my gosh, this side is tighter, I think. Trying to keep the wrist flat, maybe cupping the palm to remind to keep that wrist flat. I'm doing all nasal inhales one more time. Oh my goodness. Okay, now we're gonna come back up and go alternating knee to chest on the gliders. And let's go ahead and get to it. So tuck your toes underneath you, sliders, gliders, towels, socks, and we'll come up into our push-up position. Again, you can do these on your knees. Yeah, I'll show you at the end and then I'll reference it. Okay, so sliding back to my back corner here. In. The biggest mistake people make is actually just driving too far in. Like, when are you gonna have your knee that high up to your chest? Like, this is more effective, that 90-degree bend. Because again, it's like you're skipping. Like, take the image of somebody skipping and then flip it so they're facing the floor. This is that, right? I mean, yes, you can get super high knees when you're skipping, but this is a more realistic, like stepping up on a high step, jumping up on a box. I'm gonna apply more pressure through the legs now. The more pressure you apply down, the more you get out of it. Pressure through the legs, washing that stain off the floor. Lady Macbeth style. Oh my gosh, that's right. Four more times. And go and relax that. Go and lay on your back, and we'll do actually, let's do a window washer wiper for recovery. So we're on our back, and feet are down and bent at the knee. Legs are down and bent at the knee. Feet are 8 inches away from each other. I hope my toes are like, my legs are the same amount of bend, but who knows these days. So I'm gonna do a press against the glutes against the floor. Let the spine arch, and then round and flatten and hoist. You will feel the legs lighten as you do that motion. Arch the back, arch the back, arch the back, and then pull the lower spine into the floor. Press this part of your abs into the floor, the belt buckle abs, the transverse abdominis. You will find it then much easier to just lift those legs up because you have that brace first, right? Whenever someone says do ab leg raises, the first thing you do is lift your legs. That's not the point. The point is dead legs and lifting the legs with that braced lower core. And then they just kind of float up. So for right now, we're gonna wiper, windshield wipers. One wiper goes inside the other wiper. So the feet stay about 8 inches away from each other. So if you feel like your legs are heavy as you go on a walk, at the end of the walk, you're like, man, my legs are like just, oh, or my feet are, oh. That hoist of the legs, like sanity checking yourself about how much of your leg is lifting your leg versus how much of your core is lifting your leg. Like, it is hard to lift a dead amount of weight of your leg with your abs. Like, if you can just do one, that epiphany will help you when you're out on your walks. You can try to get that same area engaged, and you will find that your legs do not tire out as quickly on your walking. Let's draw the shoulder blades together. Stretch out through the fingers, palms, because this is our last little break. And then we've got all the fun business on the gliders. So abs and stretch all put together here. And I'm going to try to get that pressure into the legs and come onto my gliders. Meow, meow, meow. Balls of feet. So we're going to go our combo pack and with 10 seconds rest in between. So we will start with both knees into the chest. So I'm going to start with all the way back here. And rise up to straight legs. Adjust your hands so they're directly below your shoulders. And we'll tuck it in, send it out, tuck it in. Think about a zipper on your winter jacket that you won't be using for the next few months. Or for me, forever. Zipper up. Three more times. Good. 10 your knees down, one cat-cow. Drink the most you can out of it. Come back up into a push-up position. Alternating knee in. 3 and 4. And squeeze the back glute. Just think about the straight leg. In and in. Heaviness through the slide. For 4. And set those knees on the floor. Take your arms out into a walked out straight arm position. Drop your forehead on the floor for 1 breath. Little puppy pose. And return to your tabletop, return to your push-up position. Seat backs upright and locked. Just kidding, on the balls of your feet. Push-up position, both legs out and in. They come out and in, out and in, out and in. I'm going a little bit faster, and then I'm going to dig down nice and slow. So out and in for 8 and in, 7 and in. Thinks abs are a zipper. Legs come out straight down to the floor. No tipping, tilting. And now we slow it down. Out and in. Out and in. Heavy weight through the legs, through the glutes, through the balls of the feet. Three more times. Outside of those glutes, find them. That's good. Take your knees. What stretch? I know, walk your hands out. Tip your feet up. Point your toes. Drop down onto the floor. And do a little boat wheel situation. You can have your feet down, you don't have to keep your feet up. Oh. And return for our last push-up position. Right? Yeah. Right, out, and in, out, and in. This is the time that we just bring it all together. This is where we started, sandwiching your glider abs together. I'm trying to get that pressure into the most underserved, helpless, hopeless muscle group, the outsides of the glutes, stabilizing me so my legs will continue to be strong. Trying to keep my feet pointed straight down. Three more times. And go ahead and relax. That was fun. We'll see you next time. Happy gliding.